Good morning, my great friends all around the globe. This is me, Amechi, once again. I am here for us to keep going and actually getting ourselves thinking and reasoning and offering solutions to the best we can or anyhow we can. So this morning is such a bright day here in Nigeria, and I've been watching the situations for some time now, and we hardly keep quiet, and always we are trying to see how we can get going, especially in this great community known as TBC community. That people are getting so many things wrong about it, but at the same time, this is the right opportunity. But may I start this by saying that nothing moves until a force is applied on it. Yes, your dream and aspirations can only move to reality when you apply the force of boldness. I came across something like this somewhere, one of the platforms. So it is only when we apply some level of boldness that we can see something move the way it's supposed to go. But when we choose to go about pity party, hey, feeling, saying all sorts of things, believing what we are meant to believe and things of that nature, you just see things crumbling. But when we realize that we have better way, better option, better ways of getting things done, it is then we look at things and say, oh, this is the best and the greatest opportunity or way to go about them. So, in life, we've been given choices. Even God who created us allow us with various choices. Yes, it is our choice to decide what to do and how to go about it. So, based on this, I'm saying that it is your personal choice to be excited. It is personal choice to be excited. I can choose to be excited, I can choose to be angry, I can choose to allow what happens to me to drag me down, I can choose to just walk over it and move on with life. So, but unknowingly, many people tend to put or place the issue of getting excited onto the hands of others. They attribute this to others and say that their happiness or whatever they do in life depends on others, but that is a wrong notion. It's very, very wrong. Don't assume or think that the outside forces should be the one to have your excitement. Should be the one to decide whether you're excited or you're angry. No. All these things happen for us to get going, and then many times we see things happening the way we don't want them. But it is our choice. It is our own determination that we make to keep things going. So in TBC community, there's been so many reasons why people are saying or doing some certain things wrongly, but may I tell you that when you decide to step up your game and understand what you're doing, outside forces hardly do anything to you. Outside forces can just come and off they go because you don't allow it to affect you anyway. When I look at TBC and see what Mr. Bederick is doing, going different places and trying to help people understand the reality on the ground, I choose to say that yes, that we can always get better and do it much better than just believing and thinking that it is the way that it has been always or how people have been reasoning about it that actually get things going. But no, it shouldn't be that very way. Okay? It is when we understand the reality of what is on ground and what we are doing that we can be able to boldly come out and decide the best way to go about it. So as for us in the community of TBC, we are actually getting things done. We are actually helping people to understand the reality on the ground. Poverty, we have seen all over the place. And what is poverty? Or why is it the way it is today? Why are people easy now? You can easily make people to believe in poverty than to make them to believe in abundance. Why? Because poverty has been ingrained in the minds of people. And whatever we do is always affecting it. Like often today, if you go to somebody and say, hey, how are you doing? And the person will say, okay, everything is moving normally, and is happily and excitedly telling you how good things have been. If you meet someone like that, you may tend to say, is this person okay? Because inwardly, we are expecting to hear something like, oh, we are just managing. It's not been easy and things of that stuff. So that is the way we've been made to believe. That is the way, naturally, we've been programmed to respond to greetings. But we are not created to be in the lack. Poverty is simply the natural result of choking off the supply of money to the people. Choking off the supply of money to the people. We see people, you know, hoarding what ought to go to others. What you see that will benefit the next person, you try to kind of hoard it and make it scarce so that they'll struggle, they put more effort before they get it. And that is just the way people have been living all through, trying to deny others what rightfully belongs to them. But that is not the best way to go about it. So there are billions of people today who are working. There's no doubt about that. There are billions of people who are working, but still they are remaining in want. They still want more. Why? Because what they have been busy doing has not been able to put food on their table, so to say. They're just managing all through. Now compare these people who are working to those who are not working. If those that are actually working, they are still in want, then what do you think will happen to those who are completely jobless? Worse situation, isn't it? So the issue has always been in that way, and that is why people hardly understand when you are up to tell them the reality on the ground and help them to understand why things is happening that way. And today when you come around, you notice that there are several opportunities here and there. And those opportunities sometimes is counterproductive, because instead of someone getting busy and remaining focused on what he or she is doing, you see that so many others will be used to confuse that very person, thinking that, hey, this one is good, that one is good, this one is good, and just like that, you'll be busy running around the circle thinking that you're actually living a life or trying to do things that actually makes you to remain, capable of being able to take care of your responsibilities. But in terms of that way, you just discover that if you don't know, you not discover that those things are just used to, to distract you. So what we are doing in TBC is just a kind of creating a new economy, and it is very few that are actually understanding it. For those who don't understand it, I don't blame them. But at the same time, I do blame them, because all that they've been going through and doing all in life has been the reason why they are jumping from one end to the other. So helping people to understand that TBC is going to take people out of poverty, they don't understand it that way. So many people are looking at, hey, what do I get? No. But when you help many others to get what they want, your own will not in any way be a case. Your own will not be in any way be a problem. But that is one thing that so many people don't understand, because of the way you've been programmed all through. So I'm encouraging you all, those who are in TBC, please do not allow negativities, do not allow mere hardship, do not allow people who are depending or saying what they don't know to discourage you about it. So we have been known to always be saying what we know about TBC, but some who don't understand it are still getting confused. But it's not that way. Come this very March is around the corner already. The whole thing about TBC is going to change, especially for those who have been following through. The conference around the globe is going to come here in Nigeria. It will take place in Cameroon, it will take place in other African countries, in fact, another part of the world, to show that we are indeed meeting up with what we are talking about, and we are not leaving it to chances. So my encouragement to people now is that they shouldn't allow how things is currently looking at to dissuade them or to confuse them or even to distract them, because I'm seeing so many great things happening. It's all about getting excitement, and even though we are not yet seeing it, some are not yet seeing it, but jumping here and there is not going to solve any problem in TBC. Let us understand that the excitement is all over the place, but those who are not understanding is that just the reason why it appears as if not is happening. There are so many things, wonderful things taking place in the community, but may I tell you that it is only when you pay attention before you'll be able to see it. We are urging people, don't feel shy telling people about TBC. And again, don't think that your monthly admin fee is going to be mismanaged. Your monthly admin fee is being used to build up this very community. And so I urge you to keep up paying it. Don't go about creating multiple accounts that will get you confused. Be in alignment with what the admin is saying. And when you do that, you discover that we are actually doing the right thing. So let's not allow confusion that some are bringing into the community to be the reason why we need to get things done wrongly. No, let us remain committed and remain focused. When we do that, we discover that there's no room for any confusion whatsoever. Thank you for listening. This is Amechi. Bye for now.